Okay, so we're on this new property, and this is a field that's actually kind of grown up. It's got a lot of sage grass, got a lot of fescue in here and stuff. So what we did back here is put ourselves in a little cubby. As you can see up here, we've got our CD, our flagging, along with our duck wing. And then right here, we've got our little cubby where it goes into the front. Here's our set with our little sticks around, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. Blocked him in, he's going to go to the right, so our trap's over toward the right anyway. Kind of blocked him in from the left besides. And then back up in there, we got like a duck, part of a duck that was left from duck season. Put feathers all around. He should go right up on in there, and hopefully we're going to catch ourselves a cat here in the next couple days. There's got to be a cat working this field here. You don't have to run off, Lauren. Here's my friend Lauren. He wants to catch a cat. He wants to put it up on his house. So we ought to definitely catch a cat with all this grass in here. We saw some cat tracks earlier, just right over there on the other side of that fence in that little field. So if he's over there, he's over here. So this is a good spot. Okay, so yesterday we set up in this corner of this field. We showed you this field yesterday, how it's all kind of grown up in here. It's got all kinds of grass. And if you can see right over there is our flag that we have. We have a cubby set right over there. We actually have a game camera on that too, so we'll see what kind of coverage we have on that. And then right here in this corner, we put a dirt hole set in. Honestly, I was thinking that we would probably catch a canine in this one and a cat over there in that one with the flagging, but apparently the cat came over here. I don't know if it came here first, I don't know if it came here second, but regardless, that's our cat. So we thought this was a good spot, turned out to be an excellent spot. First night catch of a cat. Okay, so in Bobcat 101, we talked a little bit about how the cats are nearsighted and how they function, and this is an excellent field for cats. It's all grown up, it's got all kinds of tall grass. You can see there's all kinds of thick tall grass in here. Great spot for the cats, and canines too, but cats to be in here hunting. Cedar and pine trees on that side, fence row right here, fence row right here, thick fence rows. And so this is why we put in this corner, we put up our cubby. And we have our flagging right up here, which is a CD and a duck wing. And you can see it from the entire field. And this is probably, I don't know, 20-acre field maybe. So you can see it from the entire place. And then we set up our cubby. We have part of a duck that's back up underneath there. We've got wings all over the place. And obviously we block the cubby in. We set our trap right here. We put little sticks, 3 little sticks in the front, 3 little sticks on the side, and put it over to the right because we know that cats like to go to the right, and we block him into the left even further. So this has been here 2 days. No action at this particular set, but the funny thing is right over there we have a second set. And it's probably 20 yards away. And the reason I wanted to put a second set in here is, well, number one, it's just a good spot. And I really expected to catch some canines coming down this fence line, working the edge of this grown-up field. It'd be a great spot for foxes and coyotes as well. But the funny thing is yesterday, so there's cubby there, dirt hole there. Yesterday, that is where we caught the cat. So we actually caught a cat here, but we just didn't catch him in the cubby. We caught him in the dirt hole. And then this morning there's a big coon, like probably a 24-pound coon in that same set, because now there's all that scent, and that's an excellent set location. But this just goes to show you how finicky cats are. When in 101 we talked about how they're kind of like little kids and you got to keep their attention. I have really no doubt that that cat saw that CD and saw that duck wing. It's about 9 feet off the ground. So anywhere in this field, that cat can see it. I have zero doubt that the cat saw it, came over here and looked at it, but for whatever reason did not go in the cubby, did not do anything over here, and then just started wandering off this way apparently, saw the dirt hole, got somehow interested in the dirt hole. I didn't have any feathers on the dirt hole or anything. It was just basically a canine set, and then gets caught in the dirt hole. So that is just another example of, you just don't know with these cats. You want to try to control the cat as much as possible, but you just don't know. And the reason I know he didn't come into the set, the cubby at all, which I've seen this before where they'll walk right up here, stand here in front of the duck wing and the CD, look at the cubby, and then go into the cubby, or they'll walk right up to the edge of the cubby, sit there for a couple of minutes, and then maybe or maybe not go in the cubby. This cat didn't do either one of those things, and how I know that is because right over there I have a game camera, and it did not show this cat anywhere coming up to the cubby. So that tells me that this flagging probably pulled the cat. He could have just worked the edge of this corner, could have just naturally come here, but I'm going to guess the flagging came here, but for whatever reason, he looked at it, was not interested, and then went over here to this dirt hole, which is just sitting right over here where we're resetting from the coon a few minutes. It was a tom, so it could have been that the tom's out looking for females, and for whatever reason just wasn't attracted to the duck that we have up in there in that cubby, and got caught over here. So the lesson of this is, just because you have a cubby doesn't mean you may not want to set another set next to it. And the reason I did that is I was worried about a gray fox getting in my cubby, or maybe a coon, and I thought I have a better chance at picking them up in this dirt hole right over here and leaving my cubby for just the cats. As it turned out, the cat ends up in the dirt hole. So, but either way, we caught him. So just a point to ponder. Okay, so here's the location that I'm at right now. I've got big edge over there, goes back couple of acres probably, well at least an acre of really tall sage grass, and so there's a big edge there. There's a fence right here, three fences actually that come together here. There's the fence that goes straight away from the camera, which would be straight north, this fence that goes straight west, and then this electric fence, which apparently they were using to keep the cows from going over into this area, which has got all kinds of tall grass and great habitat. And you can see it goes all the way down that edge. And then this field out here, which is, they did a fall cut for hay, whatever. So we've got this long edge right here with the electric fence. Long fence down there that goes around directly into all that big timber, and there's a small creek down there. Long fence that goes that way, and another electric fence with sage grass. And then the best thing is on the other side of this fence, boy, you can see how thick that is. That is nothing but just grown up blackberries and stickers and brambles and all kinds of things. And as you can see, there's a little trail that comes through here. There's a little trail that comes through here. A little trail that goes right through the corner right here. Another little trail that goes right along the edge of this solar power or electric fence thing they got going on here. So there's lots of little trails into those brambles. Now, some of those are probably going to be coons and armadillos. It looks like, you can see from right here, there's some armadillos that have been working out in this field. And even though I think every farmer in this part of the country shoots armadillos on site, they still keep producing and living. So there's probably going to be some of those. So what I've done, oh, by the way, also over here, I'm trying to think of where it was, but over in here somewhere there's a couple of piles of bobcat scat, and they weren't not overly fresh. They were older. In fact, here's another trail that's going underneath there and going out into that field. So there's lots of trails. Lots of critters are moving through here. So since there's bobcat scat here, it's a good corner. This ought to be an excellent spot. We're going to go ahead and put a little dirt hole here. I just picked this little backing right here, this little piece of sage. And the main reason I picked it is there's a little piece of sage there and a little piece of sage there. So that's going to give us some natural blocking. Then I'm going to put my trap right here, and that's all we're going to have. And I'm about, I don't know, maybe 6 feet away, maybe 8 feet, something like that. Not more than about 9 feet at the most away from the edge, which would be this edge over here. And I'm hoping that's going to give me a little bit of protection from coons and other non-target critters. Plus, whatever is going to be running this edge is going to be running right down through here and looking for windage like a coyote. We just caught a coyote this morning over there. One of our several we caught today. It's been a good day. And so I'm hoping to catch either a coyote here or a cat here. The main reason I'm going with a dirt hole is simply because I don't really have a place to put a cubby unless I put it over there in those brambles. And on the other side of that fence, I don't have permission to trap, so obviously I'm not going to do that. And I'm still thinking that this is a good opportunity to catch a canine. And I catch a lot of cats in dirt holes. Even though cubbies work fantastic, and we've talked about that in a couple of Bobcat videos that we've done, I still catch a lot of cats in dirt holes, so you can do it. So I'm really kind of putting this set in to catch canines and cats. I'm going to figure out some kind of flagging to put up here just to try to draw the predators in. But I'll show you this set when we're completely done with it. Okay, so here's the finished set on this particular dirt hole we got set up. Threw a little bit of everything on this dirt hole. I got some coyote scat. As you can see, there's the trap right down there. Coyote scat right there. Dirt holes right there. Threw some feathers around the dirt hole. Bait lure and a little sheep's wool down inside the hole. So we got some feathers, some sheep's wool, some scat. Got the trap. Again, I'm not trying to hide my dirt hole. I want it to be visually appealing. I want animals to see it. I'm not trying to blend it in as far as keeping it, you know, like a blind set or a flat set even or something like that. I want them to go, what's over there? What the heck is that over there? It's kind of loud and hopefully curious to them. And then since we have some bobcat scat here, I hung a wing right over here. It's about 8 or 9 feet in front of the set. So really, I don't really have any good place to hang a wing, but that's the best I could do. So I knocked some branches off of that little tree and hung up a duck wing, and should be able to see it pretty good as it blows around and in the wind. It's going to give some movement, and that white is going to flash and going to hopefully let an animal see it from all the way around in here. And not only will cats come to that, but a coyote or a fox will come to that too, looking at that, thinking, what is that? And come over here and hopefully check it out. So, and then they will also, foxes and coyotes are also not skittish of feathers at all, so that just helps them too. And we're going to put another set right over there on the other corner, so we'll have 2 sets back on this back part of the property back here.